Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Billings Dynasty. As this week we will be taking on newcomers to the Mountain West, the Stanford Cardinal. Now, we are coming off of last week's devastating loss to the University of Alaska, the 20th ranked team in the country nowadays, as we were unable to finish our final drive to try and take the victory from them last week. So we will be trying to avenge that loss, as we will be taking on a team that is much different than them that we faced last week. This is very much a pro-style team, but they have a fantastic quarterback in Tanner McKee, a player that is looking at being a NFL caliber player, and on top of that, they have a fantastic right end that we will have to be keeping an eye on in this one. Now, this is a Stanford team that is coming off of relegation from last year, as they were the worst team from the Pac-12 last year and are slated to finish around mid in the Mountain West. But they have attracted some very good talent, one of them being Dan Hawley, a freshman cornerback, already at an 81 overall, and we will have to be dealing with him. And I've already talked about Stephen Huron earlier on, but these are his attributes, as he is somebody that we are going to need to be able to keep an eye on. He has some speed, which could be very difficult for us to be able to handle, and he is very good at getting to the quarterback. And speaking of the quarterback, we are again going to be rocking with Jamal McDaniel, but we will be keeping him on a tighter leash this week. If we see that he's onto a slow start like he has been the last couple of games, we are going to pull him, and we will be bringing out Timothy Strickland to try and right the ship and bring us to a victory. So let's see if we can right the ship, like I have said, and beat the Cardinal today. So Billings won the toss on this one, Stanford losing it, and we have elected to defer to the second half, and we will get this game going, as the very tall Humphreys is going to be taking this one from his end zone and taking that one 39 yards, as they will start this drive in fairly great field position. So now Tanner McKee is going to be going from under center, which is different than what we have seen so far, as Stanford runs that pro-style offense, and they are off to a slow start, as that is a loss of 1 on the play. Now Tanner McKee is going to go drop back and find Paul Thomas, and he'll pick up 4 yards on that one, as they are now sitting on a 3rd and long. And Tanner McKee's got nowhere to go on this one, as Smith, the 4th, is going to be shoved out of bounds on that screen pass, and that is a quick 3 and out for the Wolves, as we will now get a start from our own 20-yard line, and Dwayne Novak is going to receive that inside handoff, and he'll pick up 10 yards on that fake swing pass. So now McDaniel is going to hand that one off to Jaron Walter, and he'll pick up a nice 1 yard, as he will pick up the more ever important first down on this first drive. So now we've got McDaniel back to pass, and he's going to find Antoine Foreman cutting up the middle of the field on that in route, and he'll pick up a nice 14 yards and another first down as we approach midfield. And now Jaron Walter is going to be wrapped up from in the backfield from Tristan Sinclair, as he blitzed through the open spot and picks up the loss of 2 on the play. Now McDaniel's going to toss that one to Antoine Foreman, and that is going to be swatted down on that one, as the safety comes up to make the play on that one. Now McDaniel again back to pass, and he's going to throw this one to DeMooney, and that is going to be an interception. Stanford will now get the ball, as Jamal McDaniel has a very poor start, other than the one pass to Antoine Foreman. That is going to be Stanford ball after that first possession. Not a great start for Jamal McDaniel. Tanner McKee all the time in the world, and he's not going to find anybody. And that ball is going to just trickle out of his hand. Second down for the Cardinal. Tanner McKee now is going to find Farrell, and he's going to go and pick up the first down on that one. 13-yard pickup for Bryce Farrell on that as they go into Billings territory after the McDaniel interception. And now Smith, the fourth, is going to find nowhere to go on that one, as that is going to be wrapped up for a tackle for a loss. Marcus Owens in the backfield to make the play. Tanner McKee back to pass, and he's going to go find Humphreys as Joe Paris tries to make a play on the ball, diving for it. But that will be a nice pickup for Humphreys on that one, as he will pick up just 2 yards short of the first down. Third down and short. Tanner McKee under center, and he's going to drop back to pass on this one, and he's going to find Humphreys as not Joe Paris. That is Carlos Lee. Carlos Lee on the last play, also on the dive. He will make that tackle, and Smith, the fourth, will take this one to the end zone. Touchdown for the Cardinal as they capitalize on the Jamal McDaniel mistake on the interception on the last drive, and just an extra point away from making this a 7-0 lead, and they will knock that one through. Stanford up 7-0. It's now Jamal McDaniel again back in the game, and he's going to drop back to pass and find Jared Walter on the swing route, and this time he'll pick up 1 yard on that backwards lateral pass on the play. Second down and 9. That play has not been working too well lately, and Jamal McDaniel again, no time to pass, and they will lose 9 yards on the play, and that will set up a third down and forever for Jamal McDaniel. He's just going to toss this one up to Sinclair. That is going to be an interception, and he's still fighting and is going to be finally brought down, but the damage is done. Stanford now on the Billings 30-yard line, 2 interceptions on 4 passing plays from Jamal McDaniel. Now we look to see if that tight leash is going to happen on the next drive. Up to the defense to try and make a stop. Stanford here is going to have very poor blocking, and Dallas DeLoach is going to get into the backfield and bring down Smith the fourth on a 4-yard loss. Tanner McKee back to pass. He's going to find Farrell on the outside route. Joe Paris that time is going to make the first stop on that one. 13-yard pickup for Bryce Farrell on that one. Third down and 1, and Smith the fourth is going to be brought down in the backfield. Pierre Fawerda is there to make the play. That will set up a fourth down for the Cardinal, and that is a good defensive stop from the Wolves after the very good field position that Jamal McDaniel gave them. 10-0 lead for the Cardinal. And that one is going to go straight through the back of the end zone, as that is going to spend that ball to the 25-yard line. And now this defense that the Cardinal have done gets to come out. And Timothy Strickland is going to be coming into the ball game after the 2 interceptions from Jamal McDaniel, and he will pick up a nice 8 yards on the play, and we will hurry up in the offense. This is the aspect that Timothy Strickland brings, is that he has the speed to make things a bit tricky on the defense, and this time handing that ball off onto the inside to Dwayne Novak as he picks up the first down and the 6 yards. And Timothy Strickland again still in the game. We have seen times where Timothy Strickland comes into the game just to speed play up, but Timothy Strickland still in after they go to the huddle. Timothy Strickland is looking like he's going to be the player on this one. Corey Young on that one, picking up 18 yards. That almost could have been a touchdown on that one, as he just gets slowed up, but will pick up 18 yards on the play. Now Dwayne Novak is going to receive that inside handoff, and he'll pick up 4 yards, trying to make a more manageable third down It is now 3rd down and 15. Timothy Strickland back to pass on this one. Slow, very short time, and Corey Young's going to find wide open space. He'll take that one to the end zone. Touchdown, Corey Young. Another Timothy Strickland, Corey Young, deep bomb, 50 yards. Pretty much 48 yards on that one, as that is a touchdown for the Wolves. Let's watch this one back as he is being rushed on that one and just gets that ball away. Corey Young wide open in the middle of the field. Not sure how you lose Corey Young on that one, and he will outrun everybody on that defense. Touchdown for the Wolves. And that is a high-scoring game in the Mountain West. Kansas currently up 10 with 2 to go, looking like they're going to take another victory from San Jose State. So now Tanner McKee looking to see what he can do coming out of that touchdown from the Wolves, and Smith the fourth will pick up 10 yards, but not credited with a first down on that one. 2nd down and inches. As they will now send Roosh into motion, Smith the fourth will go and finish the job, picking up 7 yards and, more importantly, that first down. So now they're going into that goal line formation. No wide receivers in on this one, and that is going to be brought down in the backfield. Smith the fourth being brought down from Pierre Forda. This is what this defense is really good at, is stopping the run. Don't pretend that you have no wide receivers. We will come for you. And now Barrow will pick up the first down. Brendan Barrow fighting off and will pick up 8. But more importantly, another first down, moving into Wolves territory. Tanner McKee, quick pass on that one, and that is going to be Silas Starr getting his head wrung by Dallas DeLoach on that one. Gotta be brave coming up the middle, and that will be 3rd down and 1 for the Cardinal. Humphreys now moving in motion, and Tanner McKee again on a quick route. Silas Starr again finding the open space from Riley on that one, Vince Riley, as he's unable to keep up with him. Deep pass on this one, Tanner McKee, and Carlos Lee will knock that one out of the hands of Humphreys as he makes the play on that fade route for the touchdown. 3rd down and 9, Tanner McKee is going to find Smith the fourth, and he'll pick up the first down. Carlos Lee just getting there just late before Smith the fourth goes and picks that up. Stanford now into the red zone as Smith the fourth is going to break off a tackle on that one and is just going to be slowed up by his blocker on the outside, picking up 4 yards on this one. Defense switching up the play here. Humphreys moving in motion. Tanner McKee back to pass. Tons of time, and it's going to end up throwing this ball away. Very good coverage from the defense on that one in the secondary. That is going to be forcing a Stanford field goal, and that one will be put through. But it is now a 13-7 lead, as Stanford has been in scoring position 3 times and has only come away with 2 field goals and a touchdown. Very good defensive stops so far from the Wolves. And they will now start this 2-minute drive on their own 20-yard line. With 2 minutes to go, Jaron Walter is going to start that off with the inside handoff. 3 timeouts for Billings, so it is not a worry to be able to run the ball there. Jaron Walter not being able to really get anything going so far in the game. And Timothy Strickland is going to overthrow Corey Young. It is one of those tougher things to do, is overthrowing Corey Young, but it happened on that one. Now Dwayne Novak moves into a tight end type spot. Timothy Strickland is going to find Jaron Walter on the screen pass. Nobody's expecting that one, and he's going to pick up a good chunk of yards, picking up 23 on the play. And more importantly, this drive will continue with 1 minute to go. Now Antoine Foreman moving in motion on this one, and that is going to be a play action on that one. And we got 2 wide receivers in the same spot, but Brady Ferguson is going to go and make that sideline catch, picking up 14 yards on that out route. Timothy Strickland again back to pass, and he's going to find Antoine Foreman on that little curl route. He's also going to pick up 14 yards as the ball is moving on this last drive. 26-yard line here. Timothy Strickland's going to keep this one, and he's going to drop the ball. He's going to drop it. It's going to be knocked out of his hands as he's holding it in front of him. And now Stanford jumps on the loose ball, and they will now have a shot with 44 seconds left and 3 timeouts instead of Billings. That was a very fantastic drive that was happening, and that is a big mistake. But defense has his back, and that is going to be a sack on that one. Who else but Kalichi Nolan? And that will take us to half after that sack as Stanford concedes to the half. And now we are only down 6 going into halftime as we will be receiving the ball coming out into the second half. I couldn't have asked for a better start for this first half. Well, I could have, but this is a great start for this first half for the Wolves. This is a former Tier 1 team, and we have been able to shut them down pretty well so far. We have just about more yards than they have. This is a pretty even game so far, other than we've got 3 turnovers. Both teams really shutting down the rush, which is what they both are really good at. Let's see what we can do in this second half as we will now receive the ball, and we will take this one from our own 25-yard line. Let's see what we can pull off with Timothy Strickland now starting fresh in this second half. And Jaron Walter will receive that first handoff, and he'll pick up 4 yards, his longest rush of the day, as he is now up to 5 rushing yards on the day. Second down and 6. Timothy Strickland gonna hand this one off to Dwayne Novak, and he's gonna find and bounce around for 6 yards, but will be just short of the first down, as it is now 3rd down and 1. Would love to pick this one up with it being the first drive of the second half, and he's just gonna pick it up. First down, Wayne Novak, and more importantly for the Wolves, as we are now on the 31-yard line. Jaron Walter again running that ball. We're coming out in the second half, asserting our dominance, trying to get this rush game going. Again, a good rush for Jaron Walter, his best one on the day, as he continues to add to his stat line. Timothy Strickland on the play action pass on that one, and is going to be sacked. 9-yard loss from him. Tried to lull the defense into the rush and to the play action, and that did not happen on that one. Corey Young wide open. He's going to find wide open space. 31-yard pickup for him on that one. Timothy Strickland, he has got eyes for Corey Young. How do you leave him open? I don't know. He's too fast, but that is a good pickup for the Wolves. Timothy Strickland keeping this one, and he will tuck it late on that one, but will pick up 15 yards, trying to learn from his mistake from the end of the first half drive, where he fumbled it with the ball right in front of him. First down and 10 into the red zone. Jaron Walter receiving the handoff, and he's going pretty much nowhere on that one again. 3-yard pickup from him, as he again has struggled to get anything going. Third down and 7 here. Timothy Strickland back to pass. He's going to dump this one off to Jaron Walter, and he'll break the first one, but is going to be met just before the first down yard line, and that will be a 6-yard pickup and a field goal attempt from Demetrius Mathis, and he'll slide that one through the uprights. 13-10 lead for the Cardinal, as we will now kick that ball off to Stanford, and they will start from their own 25-yard line. No wide receivers in the play here. Smith, the fourth, is going to be brought down for a tackle for a loss. 3-yard loss, with Vince Riley being the one to make the final stop. Tanner McKee now in to throw. Very good stop. Brendan Barrow going nowhere on that one. That is going to be a Stanford punt right after a good drive from the Wolves. Very good stop from this defense. And now Terrence Brothers gets a chance to work his magic, and he's going to find a little bit of space. He's going to beat the first guy and will finally be brought down, but not before picking up 30 yards with his speed. That's why we like having him back there. So now we've got first down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Timothy Strickland faking the handoff on this one. He's found a crease. He could take this one. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Billings Wolves and Timothy Strickland. 40-yard up the middle, quarterback keeper all the way to the house. Nobody was going to catch him once he found the open space. 17-13 lead for the Wolves. This is now our game. Defense here, going to try and make a stop. Smith the fourth is going to find some spaces. He bounces that out to the outside on that one as the middle was super clogged. But we'll pick up a first down. Wide open star on that one as we were giving up the underneath stuff. And he'll pick up first down. 2 plays, lots of yards. Smith the fourth on this one, and he'll pick up a good chunk of yards. 10-yard rush from him as they are responding very well to that touchdown drive on that last one. Now Brendan Barrow is going to pick up 6 yards on that rush. Very good pickup from him as that is now first and goal for the Cardinal. We're entered the fourth quarter here, and Smith the fourth is going to be brought down. But that's going to be from his face mask. That will push them halfway to the end zone, and they will retain the first down. Joe Paris again making a freshman mistake. Smith the fourth on this one is going to find just a little bit of space and is finally going to be brought down, but is going to pick up 6 yards. But more importantly, that's before the end zone. 3 yards to go. Smith the fourth going nowhere on that one, finding no open spaces, nowhere to bounce it out. Dallas Deloach in there to get the credit on that one. 4th down and goal for the Cardinal. Big time play here. Tanner McKee back to pass. He's got a little bit of time. Finding nobody, and that's going to be a sack. First down for the Wolves. Turnover, Stanford, as Jamin Barrett is going to make the play and finish the job. And that is a big time turnover on downs, as that was 2 yards from the end zone. Now Corey Young's going to receive this handoff, trying to just get a little bit of yards to get out of the shadow of the goalposts, and will pick up 4. Good enough to move us out of the shadow. Timothy Strickland now is going to find nobody open, and he will find the first down. 5-yard pickup from him, but obviously more important was that first down, as we will try and finish this game off. Jaron Walter picking up 3 yards, only 19 yards from him on the day. Very uncharacteristic game from him, but what would you expect from a team like Stanford? And that one is going nowhere. Bad snap, throwing, disrupting the entire play. Dwayne Novak losing 3 on that halfback screen. Timothy Strickland back to pass again on this one, and he's going to toss that one into double coverage to his favorite target, Corey Young, but that will fall incomplete, and now Stanford gets another shot as they start right around midfield, and Tanner McKee's going to find his tight end Archer on that one, and he'll pick up 15 yards and move closer into Billings territory. Tanner McKee back to pass on this one, and that was close, but Humphreys, the very tall receiver, is going to pick that one up as he picks up 5 on the play. Tanner McKee back to pass on this one, and that's going to be picked up by Pierre Fulwerda. He picks up a block. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. He's all the way. This is a turning point in the game. Touchdown for the Wolves. All the way. Pick 6. 24-13. Pending the extra point. But that is a huge play, as the Cardinal were moving the ball, and that now makes it a 2-possession game, 11-point lead, as now we will kick this ball off to the Cardinal, and Humphreys will kneel that one down as they will start their drive from the 25-yard line. Now they need to move the ball quick, and Tanner McKee will find that 12-yard pickup, first down for the Cardinal. They need to find the points quick. Tanner McKee's been able to really find his wide receivers today, but only for short yard gains, and this time nobody's gonna be found, and that will be a sack from who else? Again, a defensive lineman, Khalid Cook. 8-yard sack from him. Tanner McKee just dumping that one short, and that is gonna be a crunching hit from Dallas Deloach. That is why you gotta be wary of him coming up the middle. Tanner McKee going for a screen pass on this one. That is going to be just 2 yards. Very good defensive pursuit on that one. And the Cardinal look like they're conceding. That's a punt. We just got our first win in the Mountain West this season, and it is up against who else but the Power Conference team from last year, a Tier 1 team, the Stanford Cardinal. That is a big win. Of course, the player of the game is going to Timothy Strickland. That's huge time from him coming off the bench. We love to see the heart that Timothy Strickland put into this game to drive us to victory on that one. Corey Young and him, that is a fantastic pairing, as they both have been able to connect on long passes. But how could you fault and forget Pierre Forwerda's pick 6? That sealed the game as it was, the way that it is. 24-13 for the Wolves. Big time win for them. Well, having Timothy Strickland in the game is absolutely massive. The fact that he has speed and can throw the ball is huge. It's massive. It opens up our playbook. We've got a playbook that's designed very much to him because he was our starter coming out of the year. So we've got a playbook that's very much designed around him. McDaniel, he's a really good field general, but for whatever reason, he's not performing like he did at the end of the year. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on. Calling the same plays I did at the end of the year last year, but he's just doesn't have it this year. But Timothy Strickland, that was fantastic play from him. Absolutely love it. Well, we can only imagine what our Mountain West record would be right now if we had Timothy Strickland fully healthy for the Boise State game and the University of Alaska game. That would have been huge to have him in the game for the University of Alaska. This was very much a defensive battle today, and that would have been awesome to be able to have Timothy Strickland last week, and it was huge having him this week. So now we're going to be looking into a little bit of the recruiting of this past week. This is what Nicholas Moore's battle is looking like right now. We are technically gaining on Minnesota Tech, but it is only just 10 points. So that's going to be a difficult one for us to be able to come back from. But John Lowe, that was a big one. He came to visit, and that was a big win. That's a big win to be able to pick up and to show him as we are in a big-time battle with Boise State. Would love to be able to pick up John Lowe, as he would be right up there with one of the players that is a guy that will fight for playing time right away. So looking at next week, we are going to be facing the California Golden Bears. Now, this is a team that is not performing very well right now. They definitely have a team that's good enough to really compete, but they are not competing right now. They were projected to finish near the bottom, and that is exactly how their season is going right now. 3 losses already in Mountain West play. Not great for them. But one thing I do want to talk about of how important this game is, that's a win. That's a win. We didn't run into this situation last year. Last year, we were just hoping to get a win. We had to win our 2 games last year just to stay alive at the very end of the season. Having won already is massive, because to avoid relegation, it really does look like you have to be winning 2 or 3 games. If you can win 3, you're pretty much safe in the Mountain West, based off of the way this season's going and the way the last seasons went. That is a massive thing to have on our schedule right now already. Having 1 win already and having it be against a team that used to be in Tier 1 last year, that's huge. We could pick up a lot of big wins coming up pretty soon. But there's a lot. If we can beat Stanford, there's a lot of winnable games in this conference. So I'm really excited. This win changes the whole aspect of what the rest of the season looks like. Timothy Strickland, he looked fantastic today. We really moved the ball well with him. Our defense is always going to be fantastic. That's our calling card this year. We just are able to shut down teams. And that's what I absolutely love about our defense. Our defense is the reason why we win games. If our defense can stop the other teams, we're going to win games. And I'm really excited to see what we can do. Get a win against California next week, and we could be fighting for middle of the Mountain West. That'd be awesome. But thank you so much for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed it, subscribe and like the video, and we will see you next week.